Everyone, so in today's video, I'm going to be talking about a lot of new makeup releases. I'm going to be giving you, I guess, my perspective on the releases, why I am interested or not interested in them, if I've already purchased some of these items to review, which I definitely have. And in general, we're just gonna kind of get into what fascinates me about these makeup releases, or honestly, what is incredibly confusing about some of these releases, which some of them really are incredibly confusing for me. And if you're new to my channel, hi, my name's Amanda. My particular interest on my channel is finding the absolute best formulas. I am a formula girl through and through. So typically that is what I gravitate towards, new formulas that are doing something different. If that seems interesting to you, I would love to have you back, so make sure to subscribe. Not wasting any time, I want to talk about Triclone Skin Tech Concealer from House Labs. Now, I did try out the foundation formula, and the formula for me was notoriously finicky to work with, which was pretty disappointing for me. I actually remember a lot of comments being very upset that I didn't like the formula. House Labs, again, is kind of taking the approach of really leaning into the skincare aspect of this formula. Comes in 31 shades, which is wonderful. And then they say that there's 20 plus skincare ingredients in here. I will be interested in seeing what those ingredients are. Lady Gaga actually commented under Trend Mood's post. I am looking at Trend Mood for these new makeup releases. And she said that it uses biotech caffeine. My favorite concealer is the Kosas Revealer Concealer. That is a very hydrating, creamy concealer that does have caffeine in it. And I have personally noticed consistently when I wear it that my under eyes do look depuffed when I'm using that concealer versus some other concealers that I have in my collection. If you don't know my spiel about concealer, I'm incredibly particular because I have more deep set under eyes. And I find that some concealers really exaggerate the hollows that I have under my eyes. So even if the coverage is great, if it somehow exaggerates that hollowness, it really irritates me. I think I will probably be buying it, and I would like to do some comparisons between this concealer, my Kosas concealer, and potentially some of the newer concealer launches that are coming out. Foundation, complexion products in general are some of my absolute favorite products to try out and test. So this one, certainly appealing to me. Next, we have a new launch from Fenty. So they are coming out with their Blur Smooth Tint Stick. I actually was not a fan of the Fenty Eavesdrop. It just didn't really blow me away. I really, however, enjoy the match sticks from Fenty. This comes in 25 different shades. It seems to me to be a little bit more of like a light coverage, blurring kind of product the way the Eavesdrop was, except in a stick format. I'm interested in whether or not this is like a heavy silicone based formula. Quite honestly, I think this is a product that I would need to see in person to really get an idea if I would want to buy it. Some Fenty complexion products I just feel like don't look good on my dry skin. For me, I'm just a little bit unsure if this is going to be a product that would work for me, but if you guys are really interested, of course, in a review from my perspective, of course, I'm happy to do that. So as always, leave me comments down below if you'd like to see me pick up a certain item. Also, I have like one baby hair just sticking to my face. Shall we talk about quite a disappointing launch? It's a new tinted moisturizer from Clarins. It's the Tinted Oleo Serum. The shade range is just so disappointing. This to me is definitely giving the vibe of like the Kosas Tinted Face Oil or the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint, but why would you purchase this when you have the Ilia shade range that is much better, as well as the Kosas? It does not make sense to me. 11 shades for a new skin tint foundation launch just doesn't really cut it anymore. Don't see myself purchasing that. However, this new product from Cali Ray did grab my attention. It's their Super Bloom Lip and Cheek Blush. Apparently it's more long wearing. It's kind of like a lip cheek stain and cheek lip and you guys know what I'm saying. They are $28. You know, that's a little bit more up there in price. As far as Cali Ray goes, I don't know, I kind of remember their products being like lower 20s. I have to say though, this brown shade, Dawn Patrol, looks really pretty for the fall. I can see myself using that for more of a monochromatic, like softer brown lip stain look and also on the cheeks. I just don't think that I have necessarily a shade quite like this in a lip and cheek format. So I would potentially be interested in that. The swatches on the arms do look like this is more of like a sheer product, which I don't know, with a lip and a cheek stain, you don't want it to be too pigmented. I don't know though, when I'm looking at the models in Laguna Peach, it looks really pretty. Yeah, I think that the colors are really nice, and I would be interested in seeing how that formula holds up. Now, my favorite kind of lip, use it on the lips, use it on the cheeks product for me this summer has been Cha Cha Tint from Benetint. I've used that product for years. I think the past 2 summers, it's essentially been like my quick everyday makeup item, like something I can just throw on the lips, pat on the cheeks, and then get that really summery, pretty flush. So I think I'll probably give at least one of those a go. So I don't know if you guys have seen this trend, like the strawberry look. Really the trend started when Hailey Bieber showcased some of her new cheek products that are potentially coming out, like cream blushes. And it looks like she has a lip balm as well with a bit of tint, like a strawberry tint. The finished look looks really pretty. Is it like a groundbreaking kind of look? No, but honestly, does every makeup look need to be something crazy different? I mean, for me, no, it doesn't. It just needs to make you feel your best. I actually really like the Rhode lip balms as well. I gotta tell you, as someone with chronically dry lips, I am very picky with lip balms. I think a lot of lip balms just do jack shit, honestly. That lip balm really heals my lips quite quickly, and I find that my lips are like consistently in better condition when I am using it. So it would be nice to have some shades of that to just like throw into a bag. But the cheek products, those are what I'm interested in seeing, you know, what the formula is all about. It does look like a little bit more of a dewy formula. I mean, who doesn't like a strawberry red? I think most of us like a strawberry red. I just want some details on the formula before I decide if I purchase. Now, Juvias Place actually did release new cream bronzers. These are available right now, so I'll leave them down below. I really enjoy the shade range. I think the lightest shade potentially could be a really nice match for me, but something that I'm a little bit hesitant about is that they do say that there are shimmering pearls in here. I don't like a pearly bronzer. And for some reason, I'm even more hesitant knowing that this is a cream bronzer that they have pearls in there. In the past, at least, I've noticed that when there is shimmer in like foundations, which is a huge no-no for me, if there are pearls within cream blushes, cream bronzers, I just typically don't like it. So I don't know, I'm a little bit hesitant about this launch. I do find it kind of interesting though to release a cream bronzer so late in the summer. I know that like supply chain issues are still, you know, are still a thing, so maybe that wasn't their intention, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it looks promising, but I am kind of hesitant about the pearl. This picture definitely released a while ago, but I wanna kind of throw my opinion out there about this. So this marketing campaign from Kylie Cosmetics for the gloss drips, I really like the product shots, actually. You guys know like those wax lips? Like a, a wax lip kind of look from this picture of Kylie does look a little bit bizarre, and it looks like, I'm looking at the Trend Mood comments, a lot of people seem to feel like it looks bizarre. I don't know, I felt the need to comment even though I feel like I don't think I've ever reviewed a single Kylie Cosmetics product on my channel. I will say though, because the picture looks really bizarre, it does appear that a lot of people have commented on it. So I don't know, the no publicity is bad publicity. I don't know, insert that comment here to my video. Stretch Fluid Foundation from Glossier. I am incredibly excited about this launch because I truly think that this is a huge opportunity for Glossier to step up their formulations. I feel like their last few launches, I've been overall just a bit disappointed. There are some products from Glossier that I really think are top notch. I feel like their formulas are not progressing at the same rate that the rest of the market is. You can only lean on your brand aesthetic for so long. Granted, they've done a very incredible job of that, but you can only, lean on that for so long. They said that the formula is 89% skincare base, and it's a gel cream emulsion with squalane and glycerin. I feel like brands typically go for those two ingredients when they are leaning towards more of a skincare focused formula. I will definitely purchase. I will definitely review it for you all. I'm interested in seeing how this is different than something like the Kosas Revealer Foundation, Say Foundation that recently came out. I'm just interested in seeing how this stacks up. The Glossier Future Dew is one of my favorite products that they have come out with, and that is more of a serum emulsion hybrid. So it makes me interested in this kind of gel cream emulsion thing that they're talking about. The texture, I do want to get my hands into the texture. Side note, something that I realized over the summer, and I'm not positive if I ever talked about it on my channel, when Glossier launched to Sephora, I think a lot of us were really excited. Something that I hope more people are talking about is that Glossier You, the fragrance, which is one of my favorite fragrances of all time, was reformulated when it went to Sephora, and it just does not smell the same. Truly a bummer. No, I'm not the only person, especially for those of you that that's your everyday fragrance. If you go into Sephora, I'm sure that you have noticed that the profile is not the same. Just have to get that off my chest. Side note, I did see that both Pat McGrath and Half Magic are now being sold at Ulta, which I think is really exciting. No, these aren't like new launches, but if there are particular items in specific that you would like me to try from Half Magic, please let me know down below. I'm kind of interested in their shimmer puck. It's supposedly like a really pretty wet looking eyeshadow. I'm excited to see Half Magic at Ulta. Now, I think a lot of us know that Drunk Elephant kind of blew up over on TikTok for their debronzy drops. They're essentially skincare infused bronzing kind of mix-ins, or you can just use it on their own all over the face. Well, they now have an illuminating serum that's a little bit more gold. It's their Be Goldy Bright Drops. It does have 5% niacinamide. Will I buy this? Probably not. If I had it in my hands though, I would try it. So maybe I would swatch it in store. This fall collection from Shanta Kai definitely caught my attention. Really enjoy the color story. I mean, I personally am a fan of these desaturated browns and mauves, roses. It feels pretty. It feels like fall to me. It's called the Wild Mustang collection. I've never been a huge fan of the Shanta Kai photography on top of their eyeshadows. I don't know. I'm kind of ambivalent towards it, but this is feeling very I don't know, polo to me, which makes me like it a little bit more for some reason. But all of that's to say is that I have tried the luminescent eye shades before. I think I have the shade Zebra, and it just was a little bit too pink for me. So I'm wondering if either the silvery mauve or the shimmering cinnamon would be a better shade for me to try out from Shanta Kai. So I am interested in this launch, and I think potentially we could have a nice one and done eyeshadow on our hands here. Now, I think this is interesting. I can't remember if I tried this out. Do you all remember the Charlotte Tilbury Beach Sticks? Because they're back. I remember that a lot of people really enjoyed these back in the day. I don't know, maybe 2015. This was one of the only options I think a lot of us had that really enjoyed cream makeup. I want to say I did try this. Did I? Anyway, the shade Formentera. That is one of my favorite shades. A bronze with a touch of a berry, I think looks absolutely beautiful. I can see myself using it all over the eyes, all over the cheeks, onto the lips for like a monochromatic look. It feels like summer rolling into fall to me. I think that they look really beautiful, and it looks like they are available now, so I might pick up one if you guys want to see it. Apparently they've been out since July 18th. I haven't heard anyone talk about them, but I don't know. Formentera is really calling my name. I will say $39 for a blush, not ideal. By the way, I did want to share with you all some of the new makeup that I recently purchased that you can see in my next video. I'm probably going to do a trying new makeup video. I honestly haven't bought new makeup in a while. The Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base Tinted Moisturizer. This came out of nowhere. You guys know how much I absolutely love the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I was just scrolling on Sephora and saw that this launched, so I'm definitely going to be trying that out. Very, very excited about it. They say that it is long wearing, but also hydrating, so I'm always interested in that dichotomy when it comes to formulas. I also picked up one of the Fetishize Longwear Liquid Shadows from Pat McGrath, the shade Platinum Bronze. I'm hoping that it's similar to Tom Ford Platinum, which was discontinued. But this looks like a really pretty one and done eyeshadow. Definitely a shade that I have, probably. But I don't know, I'm interested in seeing how Pat McGrath does liquid eyeshadows because I don't believe I've tried out any of her liquid shadows before. I also picked up a new concealer from Makeup Forever, the HD Skin Smooth and Blur Concealer. Specifically made for the under eyes, blurring concealers typically don't go well under my eyes. I'm just gonna throw it out there. But, you know, I will take one for the team, I guess. I also picked up one of the lip blushes from Refi. Now, this isn't super new, so it's not like a new makeup release, but it is relatively new, and I got the color Canyon, and it looks freaking gorgeous. Just that gorgeous, like, terracotta shade. Yeah, I love terracotta shades. I also picked up the Pat McGrath Labs Glow Color Balms in the shade Peach Lotus. It's her, like, balmy cheek product. I'm interested in seeing if this is going to be a sticky formula or not. Very interesting that this is $29 and the Beach Stick from Charlotte Tilbury is $39. I would just typically expect Pat McGrath to be at that $39 price tag. I don't know, maybe I should get both and then compare them. It would be nice to do a buy that's not that new makeup releases. I haven't done one of those in a while just because, I don't know, haven't been feeling ultra interested in a lot of the new makeup releases. But now that more things are coming out, I'm definitely feeling more makeup releases. I hope that you all enjoyed the video, and if you did and you want to see me continue to do these videos throughout the fall into the winter when all the new releases start pumping out, definitely let me know. And thank you all, as always, for being here, and I'll see you in my next one.